The United Nations says it could go bankrupt imminently, right? Why? Well, because DT, I don't want to say his name, cut US funding, and now the whole system's in crisis. So the UN isn't just a talk shop, it's the world's emergency team. When war breaks out or disaster hits, they send peacekeepers, deliver food, vaccines, refuge support, climate aid. And for countries across Africa and the Caribbean, that's been a lifeline, to be honest. It's been the difference between crisis and collapse. Luckily, we've been learning to survive without aid because it's been being cut left, right, and centre. But anyway, now that's all under threat. The UN is already facing an $800 million peacekeeping shortfall and over $1.5 billion in unpaid dues. And here's the truth. Who gets helped often depends on who's holding the check. So the US was paying over 20% of the UN's core budget and more than 25% of peacekeeping. So under TRUMP, that money's been cut, delayed, or frozen. Other countries are behind too. So the UN's cash is drying up and the system is rigged. So if they plan a $100 million mission and only $60 million arrives, they can only spend that $60 million. Or if they only manage to spend 50, they have to return the extra 10 to the countries that paid, not the ones that didn't. Are you following me? Anyway, that's how broken this whole thing is. Now, the Secretary General says that they might not be able to pay staff or respond to emergencies. So what does that mean for us? Well, peacekeeping gets pulled from places like Haiti, Sudan, vaccine rollout stall, refugees get left behind. But here's the hypocrisy, right? When instability hits the global south, the UN shows up fast. When it's the global north, delay, diplomacy, silence. But let's flip it. What is actually going to happen if the US keeps spiraling and they're the ones in crisis? Who steps in when it's federal agents doing the KILLING and the civil rights is collapsing? If the UN dissolves, who keeps the US accountable? Who keeps the peace then? For the finance ministers, this isn't just about aid. This is about fiscal stress testing. For national security chiefs, it's time to rehearse crisis without backup scenarios. For global planners, if Western donors exit, South-South leadership can't just step in. It needs to step up. 1, we need regional funding. AU, CARICOM, we can't keep on waiting. 2, better domestic systems. Tax, healthcare planning. And 3, partner smart. China, India, Gulf states, but protect our leverage. And 4, demand UN reform. If one donor can crash the system and another can burn without consequence, then the system was never about peace. It was about control. Anyway, let's talk in the comment section. What are your thoughts?